everyone, this is Rex at Harmony Hollow. Today we're going to be installing a 5-frame nuc into an 8-frame deep hive body. The nuc that I provided, I've strapped closed for transit with duct tape. This can be opened. The 2 outer frames are going to have the least amount of resources on them and the least number of bees, and so the least chance of the queen being on one of those frames. So I take from this hinged side of the nuc, I take the outside frame, because this edge can flex outwards a little bit, and that gives me a chance to pull that outer frame out and there being the least amount of possibility for the queen to be on that frame. Now there's a lot of bees on this particular frame. They're already drawing out a little bit of wax. This frame was just put in here about 2 days ago. So what I've done is I've taken out a couple of frames from the hive. We set this in here and we keep them in order. As I go, I'm keeping an eye and watching for that queen. I'm watching for eggs and larvae also. We may not necessarily see the queen, but if we have eggs and larvae, we know that she's laid eggs in here within the last day. If we see eggs. Larvae can be a couple days old and older, depending on the size. I'm just keeping a close eye out. There's a lot of bees in this nuc, so the frames we want to put close together. We want them touching. That way they don't propolize or glue these frames together. So again, we pull the frame away from the frame next to it, and then pull up. That way, we know that we're going to have almost zero chance of harming the queen, which is the one bee we don't want to hurt. Alright, there. There we go, look at that. 4 and then 5th frame of the nuc. So I'm going to take all these frames and scoot them over to one end, and then we insert the leftover frames and kind of center them all. So all the frames are touching, so they have the proper space between frames. Now there's going to be some bees left in the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the box and just gently tap it on here. Let's put our inner cover on. And then our lid. And the bees can start orienting to their new home. I'd also like to mention that if you're using screen bottom boards, go ahead and keep your screen bottom board shim or cover in. That way the bees can control the draft that's inside the hive. Smaller colonies that are not strong are not able to as effectively control the airflow and therefore the temperature. So many times nucs or packages that get installed into screen bottom boards or hives with screen bottom boards wind up dying or absconding because they can't control their environment. And that's what bees want, is to be able to control their environment. All right, y'all have a great day. I sure am.